Hello there. So it seems while we're in what I call the pandemic revolution, every day there is some sort of controversy going on Facebook regarding Black Lives Matter, Black, White, NFL. Oh my gosh. The church is opening, the government opening or not opening, COVID-19. I'm calling this a pandemic revolution. And while I think the first portion of this, I mourned a lot, and I still do when I see video of people dying. It really puts me in a bad mood. But I have been charged with this idea of engaging, and I have to be very careful when I engage with people, because you have to give people grace, because sometimes they don't understand, or most of them don't understand the struggle. And it's hard enough for us as Black people to face our own struggles, let alone teach somebody else what those struggles are and ask them to sympathize with us, because honestly, we're asking them to suffer with us. So a comment was made, and it warms my heart because the guy that originally commented it, I think in our dialogue, he began to understand a few things. So the conversation was, or is, why would the NFL play the Black national anthem before the games, the first couple of weeks of the season? And even Black folks are like, we didn't ask for that. We just asked for equality, right? We just want to be treated equal, equity, equality, equal opportunity, that kind of stuff. But it got the song out there. People were saying nasty things. The song is actually called Lift Every Voice and Sing, and is a song of hope and of freedom and of unity. And it's one of those that almost brings tears to my eyes, because it was something that I was taught in church. So it's interesting. People are saying nasty things. That's dividing us. Because they don't know that the song is not a song that was ever meant to replace. It was just a song that was sung during what we call our struggle, civil rights movement, Jim Crow. It dates far back. It dates back to Lincoln. I think the first time it was even sung was a group of children singing it to Abraham Lincoln. I think that was the first time that they showed that it was even recorded as being sung. But I sang in the choir. I'm not a singer, but I'm going to give you a little bit of it. So it starts out, lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. So you can see just as a start, and I won't go any further because I'm getting chill bumps. I'm starting to tear up and get emotional, because it was never a song for division. So before you go and say things about a song that you know nothing about, do a little history. Just Google or search or ask a Black friend. No, we don't think that singing this song for the first couple of weeks will necessarily solve anything. But what somebody on the chat that I had earlier pointed out to me was that they realized that through these controversial topics, that it's causing us to have the conversation that white people or others that aren't of color or aren't black, didn't know that this song existed or what type of lyrics that they were. And same thing goes with America. America doesn't realize that we sing only the first verse of the national anthem. The second verse says something not so pleasing about slaves. I didn't know that. I learned that in recent years. I definitely didn't learn that in school. So let's give each other a little more grace, and let's try to listen and understand. Majority of people don't think that singing this song is going to solve anything, but don't go the complete opposite and assume that the song itself is a bad or negative thing, or that it's a completely bad idea. I thought, we didn't ask for this. We asked for equality. We asked to stop killing people on the streets. We asked for, to bring Breonna Taylor's killers to justice. We asked for those kind of things, laws to help us to make everything fair. When a black person kills a black person, we want them to go to jail too. Just like when a white person kills a white person, we want them to go to jail. Those are fundamental beliefs that we all have. We just don't want black people to be, racial profiled. If there's more cops patrolling the black neighborhoods, more black people are going to go to jail. Period. If there's not an economic support, which is why I'm donating money to the NAACP Defense Fund, because, let's face it, there are white people that are criminals. They just a lot of times have access to more resources or better defense, or just have the money to pay somebody off, right? How many people have been caught drunk driving before? How many people have been public intoxicated or had a little something on them, or if you had a college stint, you might even smoked weed in college. Let's be real with stuff. So let's give each other a little more grace, and to realize that, look up the lyrics to Lift Every Voice and Sing. It's a song that I realized that I was taught when I was young that brings me hope and joy. And when you look it up, everybody and their mama has sung it. There's a Ray Charles version, and you know how we do it. You know how us black folks do it. We're going to put a little extra spin on it. Kirk Franklin put a little extra spin on it. Beyonce performed it at Coachella and, ripped it up. So, yeah, I have to look back at a few things, different articles that I've read, but I'm not sure who gave the song the name the Black National Anthem. But of course, that's something that I've known. But I've never, ever, ever in my lifetime as a black person took it to be something that should be sung in place of the national anthem. Although, understanding that the national anthem sometimes divides, maybe we do need to rewrite the lyrics, especially the second verse. So, I don't know, just stop that and think about those things before you start to downgrade a song that is, especially something that is so near and dear to black people, black ancestors who, let's face it, to come from, I'm the hope of a slave. My ancestors would be so happy for the freedoms that I have right now, but they wouldn't want me to stop. They would want me to feel totally free in this country. So I'm wearing a shirt that says no excuses. No excuses, people. No excuses for negative or nasty comments. Research. I make long comments on Facebook because I'm wanting to get the whole point out. And so that's why I made this video. I hope you guys will start to try to act in love and not hate. And watch the frustration. A lot of y'all are calling frustration hate. Most of the time people are not commenting based on hate. They're commenting because they're frustrated because you're not hearing them, you're not seeing them. Imagine being invisible and you're saying, I need food, or I need money, or I just want to be seen, or I just want the same opportunities. I just want to go to school, get the education, have an awesome resume, and that to be respected, and me get paid, this what my resume is worth. And y'all know, for years women have battled with that. And imagine being a woman and a woman of color. Like, come on now. We know it exists. So be nice to the song. Lift every voice and sing. It's not a negative thing, and it's not meant to take over the national anthem. So if they sing it, great. If they don't, great. Let's just make sure that the laws and opportunities and things like that are changed. Let's just make sure that you are not letting your coworkers disproportionately do things against people just because of their color of the skin. Call somebody out when they drop the N-word. I mean, come on, Try to hire that person that has a awkward sounding name because their resume speaks for itself, or at least give them a shot at the table. That's all we saying. Lift every voice and sing. Look up the lyrics. They're beautiful.